Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Replay Mega Man 02. The last part, we fought some Mavericks, and now we're actually gonna do some more exploration of the base, because now we can explore the entire area. And by that, I mean I'm gonna get the cyber elves I can get now. There are a few scattered around the place. I think more might show up the farther you get in the game, and I think some NPCs even give you more as you go farther, but it's nothing too important. I think there's only one uber important cyber elf, and it's the one you eventually get from Andrew, the old guy who tells you stories. And I don't think you can get that until after the first set of Mavericks is over. Though I have to admit, I'm not reading any of Andrew's dialogue for any of the games, but it's a really good story that he tells. He has actually one of the more well-developed characters in the franchise. Then again, Capcom, when they do writing right, they do it really well. Like, I immediately think of the big twist at the end of Megaman X Command Mission. I didn't see that coming at all. Either way, now it's time for us to actually continue on with our goals. With the guy on the far right. In this mission, I'd like you to see supplies. Currently, we are moving a large amount of troops, but we are a little short on supplies. Therefore, we are thinking about assaulting an enemy transport and seizing their supplies. Will you help? Yeah, by the way, sorry if my voice for El Paizo kind of sucks, but it's taken me a while to get back to the voices this time around for some reason. Well, you know, aside from Zero's, but that's just because he's kind of built into my throat at this point. Then again, I just can't really do a good British anymore. Without sounding really comedic. We confirm that there are supplies in this transport train. Watch out for obstructions and seize the train. First off, though, come over here for a spider elf. Cyber elf. Fun fact, this is the exact same sprite for the train reused from 01. Which is kind of lazy, but at the same time, at least they're reusing it smartly this time around. The big gimmick with this stage is that first off, you're going to see me dash slashing a lot of things this time around for another form. Wait, no, did I get that last time? I forget. Either way, the big thing with this stage says, you know, is, there are these pillars that show up every couple of seconds. And the third one is red, and the fourth one is always that little zappy dude thing, which actually does kill anything that's on the top thing, on the top of the cars, rather. Except for you, you just take damage. And like in 01, if you touch the ground below the train, it's instant kill. Because, you know, you kind of get stuck underneath the train. Anyway, these enemies are weird. They have shields that either you can slash off or take off with pretty much anything but the shield boomerang and Buster, which just means this and the chain rod, actually. But these guys would actually make a comeback in 04 for some reason. I don't know why. You also get the return of the train enemies, tire enemies from 01 as well. I don't get why they're there. Mr. Zero, please listen. Enemy mechanoids are approaching you. Their mission is to retrieve the supplies. Please protect the supplies and defeat the enemies. If I haven't mentioned it at this point, which I probably have a couple times, mechanoids are the basic robots that aren't Mavericks or Robot Masters in the series. And here we actually get a remix of the boss theme from 01, too. Odd. Anyway, basic thing here is you have to keep them from taking any of the supplies. This is what impacts your mission score. Pretty easy, honestly. If they start to grab it, that's where stuff can get a bit chaotic, because then you have multiple at once going for multiple robots going for multiple boxes, rather. There we go, that grammar worked. But it's nothing too bad either way. As long as you keep on your toes, you should accomplish that no problem. And the music just abruptly cuts back to what it usually is. I missed that cyber elf a lot, by the way. Clockle, I think his series freezes enemies. Think keyword as usual. Also, fun fact, this is the boss corridor. Hey, you. Don't you know that this is Master Harpuya's territory? Huh? A minion of the Resistance Force. I shall stop you. This is Panter Falklus. And out of the first four Mavericks, he's probably the hardest. And by that I mean the fastest. And the most aggressive. I actually tackled him second in my original Let's Play, which was a mistake. Don't tackle this guy until you have a sub-tank and the ice chip. That is my best advice to you. And otherwise, just make sure you keep your eye on his pattern, and hopefully you'll get a judge as to what he's about to do, because a lot of his attacks have basically no tell until they are happening. Which makes sense, because he's a Panther, he's supposed to be hidden, but still. He's pretty tough. No. No, I can't believe this! Master Harpuya, I'm ashamed. I wasn't good enough. Gotta wonder how they're able to get that amount of dialogue out just before they explode. And another A rank. Thunder chips are now we deal double damage against fire enemies. And the EX skill Panter class, we got Spark Shot. And a new form is awakened, the active form has become available, so now I can do the spin slashy things. Yay! Excellent. We now have enough supplies to launch an all-out attack. The preparations are almost complete, and we'll go into open fire shortly. Thank you very much for your support, Zero. We appreciate your continued support. That was kind of redundant. And the Spark Shot, the way it works is that when it makes impact on an enemy, it splits into two shots that go the two vertical directions. Nothing too useful. And time for our final of the first 4 missions. We're heading to the power room. There's no way to exterminate all of Neo Arcadia. The rumor says that there is an arms factory in the city situated about 100 kilometers north of our resistance base, however. We found a power reactor supplying electricity to said factory close to there. If we destroy the power reactor, we would be able to limit the number of enemy soldiers. Will you do it? I think he was missing a couple letters there, I'm not gonna lie. Enemy soldier. Probably should have been soldiers, but oh well. Who knows what's going on in El Paizo's head? Actually, that's a really good question. Who knows what's going on in that head of his? Either way, I love this song. Destroy all power reactors to put a stop to the factory functions for good. Currently, there are 4 power reactors in operation. This is one of my favorite stages in the game. Why? I'll get to that in a moment. In this stage, I'm actually going to be killing a lot of enemies with the Z-Buster, because I want to get the X form, just because it's one of the more unique forms. One of the 2 gimmicks in this place is that these guys, which look a lot like enemies from classic Mega Man, obviously, can blow up certain portions of wall. Usually, they're fairly tell which ones are which. However, because of that, our goal is obviously to destroy the 4 power reactors. However, you can actually approach them in any given order. Why do I say that? You see that blue section of the wall directly above me? Or ceiling? Yeah, you can blow that up, and because of this, we can now tackle the last 2 reactors first. This is one of the only completely non-linear levels in the Mega Man franchise. Well, the platformers at least. Also on there is one of the levels from 04, but that's about it. And here we come across this game's mini-boss. By the way, we just got Grandy, which is the Vitality Doubler Cyber Elf. That's one of the best ones. This stage actually has a mini-boss here, as you can see, this crab guy. There's actually 2 of this guy, because there's another secret path you can take, very similar to this one, later on in the level that leads to another one of these guys, and also to the, what I consider a 3rd power reactor room. There's also a mini-boss against a fire elemental golem, similar to the electrical elemental golem we saw back in the intro stage, and the ice golem in Polar Cameros' stage. We'll see what that golem looks like eventually, but if you want to explore the level, you'll find him, probably. And I'm just going to tell you right now, if you're going for the best rank, just gun your way through the level. Pun unintentional, considering how much I'm using the Buster. And here we get these. Now, the difference between all 4 of the reactors is, first off, they have a different firing pattern. This one's bullets, bounce, and also split into 2, depending on where they go. And the other difference is how many of those vents there are on the floor. It's those vents that make you want to change which room you fight the boss in. Why do I say that? You see, there are obviously 4 power rooms. The 4th one you destroy is where you fight the boss. And those vents those vents are actually part of the boss fight, so you're going to want as few of those as possible to make the attack that they are take as little room as possible. You'll see what I mean during the boss. Because, see, like, now this room has less of those vents. And they'll progressively be less and less, and you want as few as possible. Though I think the fight against the boss here in the boss rush takes place in this room, essentially. Hold right. And jump over the lava, because that's deadly. But yeah, I actually really like this approach to a level, being completely non-linear, even without realizing it. I kind of wish they did this more often. Also, the blue stuff beneath me, that's where you get to the alternate route that takes you to the other crab boss fight. It takes you to this long section with pipes that you have to navigate using the bomb things. It's annoying, but it's not hard. You can also get a fairly decent cyber up down there. I'm probably going to get that off screen. By the way, touching just the side of a spike will kill you, so be careful. And since this is the 4th power reactor, that means this is where we're going to fight the boss. Yeah! Alright, what we got? Whoa, the sun! Da-na-na-na. Oh, it's a heart of fire. Aww, it loves us. What are you doing here? How dare you fool around in my area? I am Phoenix Magnion. Well, you'll pay for this insult. With my Phoenix Flame, I shall purify your evil mind with my flame. You're kind of redundant sounding there, man. Phoenix Magnion is a really annoying boss. He's not damaging, but the thing is, he likes to dodge your attacks very often. He teleports a lot. Attack-wise, he has that laser attack, he has an attack where he grabs you, this charge attack here, and eventually, the screen starts shaking. When it does, that's when the vents on the sides there, I suppose the grate is more accurate, the word grate is more accurate for that, actually, spit out lava towards the ceiling. You can actually see the screen shaking right now. He also has this attack where he's randomly one of the 4 things. But he has one other attack where he tries to grab you. In fact, I thought he was about to do it right there, actually. But he'll dive on you and try to grab you. When he does, it's actually a really cool attack. Because what he does is that he summons ghosts from Zero's past to do some damage against him. He summons Vile from X1, Agile from X2, I think Bit from X3, and Colonel from X4. It kind of reminds me a lot of... shit, what was the shark? Metal Shark Players stage from X6. As much as I hate to admit it, that was actually pretty cool. X6. Still a sucky game, though. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, not a hard boss, just really annoying because he moves around so quickly. And try to find him in the easiest room, obviously. Also, he has this attack, which I think this is his A and S rank attack. I'm not sure what it's supposed to do, though, because I don't think it does much damage, so... Whoa, okay, I'm low on health. I am a phoenix. I'll be back again and again until you pay for your insult. I have no words for that, that's just... We know it's gonna happen because of boss rushes. He knows about the boss rushes, son of a bitch. And we get the flame chips, now we do double damage against ice-type bosses, and the EX skill of Phoenix Magnion, which is Tenjil-san, which is pretty much Ryo Engine from X4. You do a slash up in the air, you have to press up with the attack button. And the new form is awakened, we got the X-Forms. Now our X-Buster's not only more powerful, but it also allows us to shoot more bullets on screen at once. These transfer sequences take far too long, by the way, in this game. 3 and 4 mitigate that, as I mentioned before, a couple times by now, probably. Thank you very much, Zero, and that the concern has been handled thanks to you, and our operations are moving smoothly. I'm now very confident of our success. Alright. But with that, and me showing out the flame chip and Tenjo-san, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 4, we'll be checking out what's with CL at the moment. See you guys then!